This is Hannibal here from thehannibaltv.com, back with a daily news update and a health update on Jerry the King Lawler. I guess the stroke actually happened last night in Fort Myers, Florida, where he was rushed to a local hospital and underwent an emergency procedure. His condition is currently good and he's expected to make a full recovery. But Florida Action News 5, I guess, reported the story today about the 73-year-old where Dave Meltzer said he was found outside of his home face down and rushed to the hospital. And originally he couldn't talk after he woke up from his procedure, but apparently now he's able to, but his speech is still affected. He did have a heart attack in 2012 in Montreal that he almost died from. And he had a stroke in 2018. And he was still wrestling, though. He was wrestling as recently as last month. So I wish him the best. I did a short interview with him, but I never did a full one. I think he's still under WWE contract, but he hasn't been used regularly by them in years. In other news, Booker T says he thinks his Royal Rumble appearance is going to be his last match. Raw did a 0.56 rating or 0.55 rating, down almost 10 points from last week. And of course, last week was the post-Royal Rumble episode, Cody Rhodes' first appearance in WWE since his injury. WWE announced that Detroit's Ford Field that holds 65,000 fans is going to be where SummerSlam is going to happen. I have to imagine that a lot of people bought tickets to WrestleMania this year thinking The Rock was going to be part of it. I know WWE is downplaying now that they were hinting that The Rock was going to be part of that WrestleMania for what it seems like years. But now, other than John Cena, who's probably going to wrestle Austin Theory, it seems like a very uninteresting card other than Cody Rhodes against Roman Reigns, which is good from the fact that you don't know who's going to win, but it's not The Rock returning. And it's not, maybe they'll still manage to get Steve Austin. I don't know. I guess WWE, despite Lashley losing in, I think, 5 minutes to Lesnar at Crown Jewel, they're going to build for another Lashley against Lesnar match at Elimination Chamber in Montreal coming up in less than 10 days. Mike Piper's doing well. Crying. Yeah, Jerry's a true Hall of Famer. He seems like a great guy. Hello to the person in the UK where I've been 3 times in my life. My grandmother was from there in Leicester. Crying, yes. I think John Cena against Logan Paul would have been more interesting because, we're going to get John Cena against Austin Theory. We all know that they want to put Austin Theory over, and John Cena will, in all likelihood, put him over. So it's like, for whatever reason, that just doesn't interest me. I would have rather seen Logan Paul against Cena because Logan Paul against Seth Rollins, I mean, Seth Rollins loses most of his matches. By the way, he's back losing on house shows against Cody, just like he was doing before Cody was injured. And I just don't think, I don't doubt that Seth Rollins is talented as a pro wrestler. Is he a tough guy in real life? No, as the fan pointed out, but that doesn't matter in wrestling anymore. But I don't think it's that special to have Logan Paul against Seth Rollins. There's nothing really that interests me about seeing that. Yes, Kurt, I've interviewed Jerry Lawler and met him a bunch of times. Every time I was an extra on a Raw, I met him. He was always nice. What's up to you? Yes, Lita came back on Raw. I did see that. I'll be honest, I was never much of a Lita fan. For whatever reason, I most like female wrestlers that I'm attracted to. I know that might be bad, but that's for some reason I just don't find Lita attractive. I don't know why. Somebody says this year's WrestleMania, she's heard people say it's going to be the best one in modern history, but he doesn't know about that. They better, I mean, I don't, who's Brock Lesnar going to fight? They wanted to have him against Austin. That would have been really interesting. I think anybody else would be a disappointment. As I said, Roman Reigns against Cody, that's interesting to me, but it's not like I got to see this live or I have to see this match. Like if it was The Rock wrestling or Austin, I would really want to see it. Austin against a good opponent. With last year, for whatever reason, they didn't want to announce he was actually going to wrestle. And then we all knew that Austin was going to beat Kevin Owens. If he had faced Lesnar or Roman Reigns, that's a different story. Gary, Great North Wrestling, under the new executive vice president, Jack Kilby, is having 2 events in Ottawa on May the 6th at the Earl Armstrong Arena. Yeah, crying at 20 years ago that Miss Elizabeth died. So that is sad. She was underrated and should certainly be in the Hall of Fame. So keep Jerry Lawler in your prayers. I'm sorry to hear that. He's one of the greats. I've read his book multiple times. Highly impressive, the number of sellouts they had at the Memphis Mid-South Coliseum. And yeah, I really hope he pulls through. But I'm happy to hear Dutch Mantel report that it appears that he...
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news